Hello, back again to talk about characters with sound effects provided by my bulldog Lola. So if you're hearing the constant whoopee cushion sound, that's my bulldog. But today I wanted to talk about the Pixies. We'll go into a little bit of depth about them today, but I did want to share my Lily Cat girls. I'm very pleased with how they are looking. And yesterday I wired their legs because of those infamous knees. And as you can see, they are standing so much better. So I'm really glad that I did that. Wiring is one of the few things that I actually do feel pretty confident that I can do. And it's nice. It really makes their posing so much easier and nicer. The other thing I wanted to say is that I'm wearing a scarf made by my friend Scarily. Didn't get to meet her at the meet that we had mid-November. She wasn't able to make it, but she sent this along for me, which was very kind. She hand knitted this. It's gorgeous. It matches my colors, and I wear it all the time because I'm very cold-blooded, so I wear it in the house. So thank you for that. Pixies. Pixies are a breed of fae. They are not of Danu's line, technically speaking. I suppose maybe she does have some pixies in there, but I think of them more as a separate breed. Pixies are typically smaller, less magically strong. They tend to be small in size. They can shapeshift. A lot of times they do have alternate forms, but they are, I guess they'd be considered wild. They're a little feral. So they are intelligent. This is a great use for my tinies. I like mature tinies. This is my Doll Zone Wendy, and she was painted and body blushed by Miss Mantis, and she did a wonderful job. I sent her this girl last winter that I sent her over there to the Netherlands, and she's painted her up, and so this is Win, and she's just so pretty. But so Win is a pixie, so she's one of these sort of wild, feral little tiny fae. And one of the characteristics of them also is that they tend to bond. So they find a master. I guess it's almost like a pet relationship. They're kind of a servant. They're kind of a they don't necessarily always perform useful things. So having a pixie bond to you is not always a good thing, because then you're stuck with them. But they can be potentially useful. But pixies they're wild. They're feral creatures. They bite, so they'll bite their owners if they're upset, mad, jealous, whatever it is. They are a little bit of a wild creature. So Wen is a pixie, and she is bonded to Danu, who is my goddess character, who is the progenitor of the deer people fairy race that my stories revolve around. Wen is bonded to her. And they tend to be very jealous of their masters. So she doesn't particularly like Cernunnos, who is Danu's mate. Not because he's done anything against her so much, but just because these tend to be little jealous creatures, and they want their master's attention exclusively. So it's not always a good thing to have a pixie bonded to you. So this is Win, and I just love her. She's beautiful. She's wearing a Blythe corset by Ryokan, who makes, I'm sure most people are aware, the beautiful, well, my Lily cats wear them. I'm addicted to these corsets. But this is a Blythe size corset, and it's actually Neela's. So Neela's away getting a face up and body blushing, but Wynn has stolen her corset, which is actually probably pretty in character. So, all right. Another pixie is my my Lily cat, Colleen. Let's see if I can get her together here. And she is a 12 centimeter doll. She's wonderful. I love this little doll. She's got wonderful joints. She's got great posability. I probably do need to wire her. It would make her posing even better. But she is just a wonderful little sculpt. And so I need to get her some eyes. She takes 5 centimeter eyes, and I still don't have any. So she's got some beads actually for eyes, which actually that looks like a little pupil, and I have some different colored beads and I changed them. So that's actually been going pretty good. This doll is probably the one that I've done the most like work on for making things for. I made her little wig. This is actually the second wig I've made for her, dyed Teeswater wool. I made her some little horns and antlers, which I do want to redo because I think I'm better at that now. She does have humanish ears, and I think it might be part of her story that she wears fake ears and antlers because she wishes to be a deer person. But she's got a little beaded dread here and a little beading on her dress that I tried to make. Let's not look at the back. It's not very pretty in the back. Well, let's do it because Dolly butt. But she's the cutest little thing. But Colleen, well, she's called the Wildling. She doesn't actually have a name, which because she's new, and she was unbonded, so she didn't have a master. She has had some favorites, and she has hung around unwanted sometimes with Scarlet and Alandria. She likes to spy on them. Mostly she's a pest. So when Trinity arrived, she's really liked Trinity. Trinity was very beautiful, and pixies do tend to like pretty things. So she was attracted to Trinity because of how pretty she was. And the other thing was that Trinity was kind to her. She didn't shoo her away, chase off a lot. The pixie, a lot of the Fae do just chase the pixies off because they don't want them bothering them because they're naughty. They bite, they do bad things. But Trinity was kind to the Wildling, so she liked her. And the Wildling wanted Trinity to like her, so she wanted to give her a gift. And she didn't have anything to give her, so she stole something. She stole some bracelets from Maria, who is a ghost, but can be corporeal, solid. So she stole some bracelets from Maria and gave them to Trinity. So she stole some pretty things and gave them to the pretty thing that she likes. So Trinity found out what the Wildling had done, that she had stolen these bracelets. So she made amends with Maria and over it, and made the Wildling apologize. It's dubious whether the Wildling was actually sorry about it, but she wants Trinity to like her, so she played nice. Trinity, well, Maria is actually a very kind being too, and she wanted Trinity to keep the bracelets, so she gifted her those bracelets, and she's wearing those. So this is the Wildling, and at this point maybe she's bonded to Trinity, but she's a very mischievous little pixie. So the last pixie is this little tiny deer, as in sweetheart. She is, let me get the camera to focus on her. Lola's snoring so loud. This is Nina Doll Belly. She is a resin ball jointed doll. She's double jointed in her elbows and her knees. She was hand casted by the artist Runya Dum. I might have said that wrong. I will put a link in the description so you can look her up, because she is making more of these. She has little resin eyes that you can remove. She has a sleeping faceplate that you can switch. She's just a darling, and so tiny, 8 centimeters. I mean, it's just so little, and delicately made. It's I don't know. I just don't even know how she did it. But she hand makes these herself. And I tried making her some little tiny clothes, little wig, little fairy dress. So she is a little pixie, and she is actually bonded to Lear, who is the kingdomless king. I will at some point be making a video just about him, but Lear has a dubious morality, I guess I would say. He's here because of Danu. That's probably the only reason he plays nice with a lot of the Fae, and maybe some of them think he's a nice guy. A lot are unsure. The Pixies as a group do not like him. But this is his personal pixie who is bonded to him. And then, unlike most pixies, this is Bella. Her name is Bella. I didn't know if I told you that her name was Bella. Unlike most pixies, she is very sweet. She's a very kind, sweet, demure little pixie who doesn't get into trouble, who doesn't do bad things, which is very, very unusual. So it's kind of ironic that she is bonded to Lear. But Lear actually does cherish her quite a lot. So Bella is very sweet. One of the things that probably happens in the story, or with my characters, is the Pixies as a group do not like Lear. He's especially unkind to them, does malicious things, and they don't like him. So there's not a lot they can do against him a lot of the times. So they got together. So the Wildling and Wynn, they kidnap Bella, and to get back at Lear, and they lock her in a chest, and which is very mean. It's a very pixie thing to do. So they lock her in a chest and essentially forget about her, because they're pixies and their minds are all over the place. So she's there for quite a while, and Lear is quite distressed. And I don't think this does much for the pixie and Lear relationships. But poor little Bella, she's very sweet. So I think, I'm at 13 minutes. Those are the main points. We got Pixies. I have other videos that I have planned to talk about the other characters. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a ton. Any interest in my characters, I'm astounded. So thank you so much for all the kind words that people have said. All right, have a good day. Take care.